What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Yala Poppy from simphunter.com, and in this video, I'm going to talk about blue oceans in the OnlyFans management industry. What are blue oceans? Many of you, or you may have heard of the book called Blue Ocean Strategy. This is a book by, I don't remember who, but basically the guy talks about how in business is very competitive, right? But what you want to do, and the competitive, he says that in business it's very competitive. There's lots of sharks in the ocean. The sharks are eating stuff and there's blood everywhere, which turns it into a red ocean. Makes the ocean red because there's so many sharks and there's just like a feeding frenzy of all these big sharks eating fish, I guess. This is an analogy, businesses competing. What you want to do is, and you don't, if you're a shark, you don't want to go to the red ocean, because there's all these other sharks there who are you have to compete with. What you want to do as a business owner is you want to find a blue ocean. You want to find an ocean where there's no other sharks. You're the only one. You're the only one who gets to eat from that ocean. And I believe that, like any other industry, there are opportunities in the OnlyFans management space that are not being taken advantage of. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 right now that I think are good things to look into. I can't say they're great opportunities. I can't say they are, amazing and they'll make you rich, but they are things that not a lot of people are doing, right? If you take your average OnlyFans agency owner, and you can pretty much guess how they're going to run their business. They're going to recruit models this way. They're going to try and drive traffic this way. They're going to chat this way. And you want to do the opposite of that, because what everybody is doing, you probably don't want to do that. And I'm not saying what everybody should do. I'm saying what everybody is doing. What people are doing right now that's very competitive and very hard is not good. You should not do that. You should do something else. So let's get right into it. The first one, male creators. Everybody's working with female creators. Everybody wants to work with female creators. Even when I talk about OnlyFans management and I talk about a model, I use the pronoun she. I'll say she does this, she does that, her page, this and that, right? Because 99 times out of 100, the creators that we work with are female. Now, if everybody is doing that, everybody's focusing on the female creators. What about the male creators? I feel like that, and I know some people who are making a lot of money with only male creators. They don't even work with women anymore. Some of the advantages of working with men over women, I mean, it should be obvious, but men are harder working, men are more reliable, men are more honest, I would argue. Men are more money motivated. Men have fewer options in terms of building a good life for themselves. Right? As a woman, you have basically all the options that a man has, plus you have all the benefits of being a woman and being hot and showing your have to be careful with the profanity, showing your body and making money. So working with male creators, I think there's a ton of benefits there. And I mean, if you think about it, you're not going to be the one running the account anyway, right? You're going to have chatters, you're going to have people who are doing the traffic for you, or they're going to be doing the traffic themselves, or you're just going to have VAs who are doing it. And it's not like you're going to have to look at the content or you're going to have to sell the content or whatever. I mean, if you're working on the account anyway, you're probably looking at dick pics all the time anyway. So what's the difference if it's a fan or if it's your creator? Like, who cares? You want money or not? It's the price you got to pay. So male creators, I think, are a great opportunity for a low-hanging fruit that does not have a lot of competition. The second one, webcam studios. Now, it's really interesting if you think about it, how things will return, right? Things go out of fashion and then they come back into fashion. When I started, OnlyFans management was much smaller than it is today. And we were just kind of coming out of the webcam studio era. Webcam studio era was like taking its dying breaths, not really, but like in terms of random people starting their own webcam studios, that was becoming less of the hot new thing. in favor of OnlyFans management. Now, webcam studios are like an afterthought. It's like, are those even around anymore? Do people even do that anymore? And now it's all about OnlyFans management. Oh, OnlyFans agency this, I do OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. Nobody says I do webcam or I have a webcam studio unless they own a fucking, warehouse in, I don't know, Bulgaria, and they've got like local girls going in there and making money. However, thanks to our favorite ginger, Mr. Spencer, webcam traffic has kind of been reintroduced to consciousness, public consciousness in this industry. And I mean, it's a great source of traffic. It's a great source of traffic. And not only is it a great source of traffic, but with all of the focus that we have been spending on OnlyFans management for the past year, 2 years, whatever, however long you've been doing this, it's a very competitive arena right now. And it's getting harder every day. And that's not good because it's harder for us to make money. But the benefit of that, of being in that strict school of OnlyFans management, is that it has forced us, or forced me at least, I can't speak for everybody, to become more resourceful, to learn new skills, to master new techniques that we can then apply to a lower hanging fruit like webcam. So it's like being in Miami, right? One of the things about Miami is that, yes, okay, there's a lot of hot girls here, right? There's a lot of potential here. But the guys that are here, they're also much higher level, right? It's not like you're competing with fucking, no offense to anybody that lives in the Midwest, but like random dorks in the Midwest who like don't know how to dress, don't have any money, aren't cool. You're competing with guys that fucking drive Lambos and fucking have a ton of money and are jacked, you know what I mean? So it forces you to unconsciously strive to be like that person, to strive towards the ideal, and you improve yourself on the way. Hopefully, if you're competitive. So anyway, the point is that I think webcam studios, there's still a ton of potential there. I think that instead of neglecting webcamming altogether, I think if you were to recruit with the idea in mind that the models that you work with are expected to do webcam and OnlyFans, I think you would find better results. And this is in fact what I did when I started out. I started with a webcam studio, and I made more money with that webcam studio in the first month than I did in like my first couple months with OnlyFans. There's fewer moving parts. You have, like, you get the girl on cam, and like you get the equivalent of subs. You get traffic immediately. Like, you get them. They just show up. They're delivered to you from the platform. And then you can push them to OnlyFans. I never did. I wasn't good. I wasn't sophisticated. I was too focused on the camming at that time. I had no idea what I was doing. But moving forward, this is something that I would like to get into more. And I think it's a major opportunity for people out there as well to make a couple $1,000s a month, nothing crazy, from the camming, but to then drive traffic to the OnlyFans pages as well and convert those into buying customers. Number 3, non-social media traffic sources. Now, I just talked about webcamming, and this was also brought to my attention from everybody's favorite ginger, Mr. Spencer himself. The tube method, right? The tube method is one example. Webcam studios are another example. Everybody these days has been focusing on social media. It hasn't even been like a question that we wouldn't do social media. It's more, which social media platform are we going to choose? Yeah, okay, there's dating apps, but like dating apps are not made to drive traffic to OnlyFans. Dating apps are made for people to go on there and swipe and meet somebody and get laid and get a relationship. Not saying that webcam is made to drive traffic for OnlyFans, but it's much more aligned with that purpose. Like, the guys are paying for content. On webcam, they're paying for content. On OnlyFans, they're paying for content. On tube sites, it's a little bit different because tube sites are technically free, but it's very common practice on tube sites to promote paid sites with free content. And that, if you think about it, that's very similar to what we do or what we try to do on social for OnlyFans creators. We create the free content in order to drive them somewhere to get the paid content. The advantage of the tube sites is that they get tons of traffic, massive, massive, massive traffic. And it's all, horny guys want to bust a nut. So I think that's a major opportunity. One of the things that Spencer does that is brilliant. He's a very smart guy, but one of the things that he does that's brilliant is that he sells packages for tube sites to agencies. So you've got, a couple girls who fit a certain description, physical characteristics, a certain niche on a tube site. He will make you a network of tube sites to promote those girls. So you're getting all this traffic. It's all organic SEO traffic, people Googling skinny blonde, blah, 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 whatever. They find your site, skinnyblondes.com. Boom, they go to the site. They consume the content. There's ads in the sidebar. Maybe they click an ad. They go to the OnlyFans profile. Maybe they sub. You get the idea. These sites get massive amounts of traffic. I think in terms of like if we discount all the bot traffic on the internet, I think isn't 90% of all traffic like adult content, something like that? I heard that somewhere. So I think that's a major opportunity and not something, if you knew how to do that, which like nobody even talks about it. Nobody talks about the tube method. Nobody. And if they talk about the tube method, what they're talking about is like clipping the girl's adult content and putting it on there, hoping that it gets views to drive traffic. They're not talking about owning the asset itself, which is, it's the ultimate, the highest level you can go, right? You can either own Instagram, right? Top level, you own a page, you own a social network, right? Or you own the assets on Instagram, which you don't really own, to be honest with you. Like you don't own the Instagram page. They can shut you down in a second if they want to, but and they can remove your clips from a tube site, but they're not going to take your tube site down. It's very hard to take a website down. So if you own that asset, you're driving the traffic, you own everything, you own the whole fucking funnel, you can use that however you want, right? It gives you massive amounts of control over the relationship with your creator because she doesn't have to do anything. It's like, okay, darling, give me your Google Drive with the scripts and the pictures and the videos. We're going to do the traffic. You can just kick back, have a martini, fucking go shopping. I don't care what you do. Just give us the content that we need to sell. And that's all there is to it. You like it, you don't like it, I don't care. You get 25%, period. Number 4, AI tools. Now, AI is amazing, obviously. Not something that I have mastered, but I definitely see the potential. With AI, because what's the biggest drawback of OnlyFans management? What's the biggest weakness in the business model? Is having to rely on the creators. Having to rely on the creators for content. With AI, if you have the right resources, if you have a strong computer, really you just need a good computer, a good video card, or whatever the fuck, however it works, you can produce the content without them. You don't need them. You can put her face on another model's face as she's, doing whatever she's doing, making TikToks, making explicit content. I mean, be ethical, of course, right? But like you can do that. And I'm not sure, you probably won't get banned on TikTok for doing that. But as far as I know, actually, after I said that, I remembered somebody told me they tried to do the AI content on, it was like OnlyFans or Fansly or something, and they ended up getting the account shut down, something like that. So be careful with it. But you can use 11 Labs to clone your creator's voice and to make scripts of her saying certain things. You can do face swaps on sexy pictures. You can use Mid-Journey, I think, is the one that you use to like make the picture from scratch. Deep fakes, right? That's also a thing. Either deep fakes for social media or deep fakes for PPV content. There's a lot of ways that you can use AI to leverage it in your business. And I think it doesn't seem to be something that most people are doing. I think the issue is that, well, right now, at least computing power, it still requires a lot of time and a lot of resources to make one piece of content. So it's not really as efficient as it should be yet. But if you can crack that nut, if you can get access to the resources, or you can outsource it to a VA who can do it in the cloud or something, if you figure that out, I think there's massive potential. If, for example, I could, let's say I didn't need any models, right? And let's say I could just speak words to a computer and say, I want you to give me 100 pictures like this. I want 100 TikToks like this. They're all unique. They're all amazing. They're all perfect. And I can just post those, and I don't have to rely on the model for anything. Buddy, oh my God, it's like a dream come true. And I know there's got to be a way to do it. I know there's a way to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I know there's got to be a way. And if you figure it out, you will be ahead of the game very quickly, because you immediately have solved the biggest problem in this business, which is having to rely on the model to create content. If you can fix that, game over. Number 5. Oh, this is a big one. Social media branding for your agency or for your personal brand if you are an OnlyFans management person. What do I mean by social media branding? What I mean is social media content for your agency. There is like nothing out there right now. This is the bluest ocean of them all. There are no OnlyFans agencies out there that are making content, putting their name out there, putting their face out there, making 50 posts a day, making 100 posts a day, which is not hard. I mean, here's what you could do. Idea. And I got this idea from talking to a viral marketing agency that I 100% plan on hiring in the very near future to do this for me. But basically what you can do is you can go on podcasts, you can do videos, you can do interviews with people, and you're talking about whatever, OnlyFans management, some aspect of this, some aspect of that. And you hire editors to cut clips for you. You cut the clips, you edit them, post them, you make 10 Instagram accounts, 10 TikTok accounts, 10 Facebook accounts, 10 Twitter accounts, 10, what's the other one that I'm missing? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Did I say that? I don't know. Whatever the big ones are. You make all these accounts. You post unique content to all these accounts. 50 pieces of content a day, 40 pieces of content a day. That's, thousands of pieces of content per month. It's out there in the world now, circulating with your face on it, with your agency on it, with your watermark on it. People are going to know who you are, right? And it's not that expensive. Like, why are you not doing this? Are you afraid to show your face? Are you afraid to make social media content? Who cares? I don't know. I'm like, I don't even want to tell you this because I'm worried somebody will do it before me and I'll lose my first mover advantage. I'm not talking about making YouTube videos. Okay. YouTube videos. What's the difference? It's very unlikely for a long form landscape YouTube video to go viral. It's just not going to happen. Like for this, it's too niche. But for a vertical video to get 1 million views, I mean, it's not that hard. Like, it's really not that hard. You get a couple of those and all of a sudden you're fucking famous. You get a couple of videos with 1 million views. Everybody knows who you are. I had one video. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it was on my Instagram. It's still on my Instagram account. I had one video where somebody interviewed me on the street and it got 2 million views and people recognized me from that video. They I talked to them and like, oh my God, you're from the video. And I was like, oh, you saw that video? I got a ton of followers from that. I got some leads. I got some models who signed with me from one video, just one video that got 2 million views. Imagine how much better your agency would do. All other things being equal. Let's say you suck at everything. You don't even have an agency. You're just garbage. You're hot garbage. But you're all over the place. You're talking about OnlyFans management, and I recruited this, and I did this, and I did that, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows who you are all of a sudden from that. Magic. Fucking pure magic. And nobody is doing it. So I don't know, man. Probably should fucking start doing that shit. Anyway, those are my 5 blue oceans in OnlyFans management industry. Let me know what you think about that. Like the video, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.